these are really disturbing scenes that we're seeing on our screens right now, where people are actually hanging on to whatever's left of that bridge. And that is the most disturbing part right now. Any official word coming in, Saurabh, from the Gujarat government, from the local administration, on anything for that matter?
Well, at the moment, no official word from the Gujarat government. All the officials are right now busy in the rescue operation. Like I told you that this particular incident has taken place in Morbi, and let me tell you, there is a river which is called as Machu.
And I'm getting some information coming in. The information coming in is that the bridge was renovated 5 days ago. 5 days ago, there was a renovation on this bridge. And that is big news that is coming in at the moment, Saurabh, that 5 days ago there has been a renovation, which means there have been people who've been contracted to look after this bridge, and now you see this bridge collapsing in this particular fashion. Do we know anything about the renovation efforts, who the contractors were, what really happened there, Saurabh?
So like I told you that around 4 to 5 days back, some sort of renovation work had taken place on this particular cable bridge. Now, what that renovation work was, what type of permission was given for that particular renovation work, and whether after the renovation work was actually over and then people were allowed to travel through this particular cable bridge is still question. It's a matter of investigation. But yes, renovation work actually took place around 4 to 5 days back, and then this particular incident is taking place. It raises big questions on the officials that how this whole incident has taken place, and now so many people, hundreds of people have been involved in this particular incident. So many people may have died in this particular incident. So there are a lot of questions which the government and the officials need to answer. But at the moment, like I told you, that it is already dark. It's the riverside area. There is no proper light at particular incident where this whole incident has taken place. There is no light. So for rescue operation to carry out at this particular moment, it is going to be a very difficult task for the officials. So the officials are trying to reach on ground, do a proper rescue operation, after which a proper inquiry will happen and find out the reason that how this whole lapses have taken place, causing so many deaths.
Yes, absolutely, and we'll get into the details of that in moments from now. As you rightly mentioned, first half visuals coming in on India Today. Search and rescue operations underway. You can see the ambulance right there as well on your screens, and many people have gathered around this bridge. Information just trickling in. The bridge was renovated just 5 days back, and now this happens and the bridge has collapsed. The fear is that many have been injured, and the worst fear is that many have drowned too. We don't know the exact number of casualties, and hence we shall not speculate here on India Today. But the search and rescue operation, as Saurabh was mentioning, is on at the moment. In fact, people plunged into the river after the bridge collapsed, and this is in Gujarat's Morbi. We'll continue to get you more details as and when we have more details that come in. Saurabh, but big questions arising on the ones who were contracted to make the bridge in the first place, Saurabh. Saurabh, are you with us? Saurabh? Reporters will join us in moments from now to get you details of the story, and horrific visuals coming in right there. We can only imagine the plight of the people over there, and there's pandemonium, as you can see, of the people in nearby areas who were witness to this bridge collapsing. And that's the Morbi River, where many are feared drowned too. There could be many people who are drowned in the Morbi River, and you can see the flyover bridge that has collapsed very clearly on your screens right there. The bigger fear is that many have been feared injured or drowned. For the moment, what we can tell you is that the search and rescue operation is underway. We're not going to speculate. We're not going to give you unnecessary speculation on India Today. So once we know the exact count of casualties, we'll get that for you. Once we know the helpline numbers, we'll get back to you. We'll flash those numbers on your screens right now. What we can say with utmost certainty right now is that hundreds were on the Morbi Bridge when this collapsed. And it collapsed 5 days after renovation. What we can also add with utmost certainty at this point is that ambulance have been rushed to the spot, police vehicles have been rushed to the spot, search and rescue operations currently as we speak are underway. You can see scores of police officials right there and many other officials right there. All the rescue operations are in place for the moment. What we can also say for certainty is that this bridge collapse took place 5 days after renovation. Saurabh Aktani are still joining us on this broadcast. Saurabh, we've told our viewers about all the facts that we know. We're not going to speculate any further. But here the bigger question now, Saurabh, is that who was contracted to make this bridge in the first place? There has to be some level of accountability, because just look at what has happened.
Well, Chetty, the latest information which we are breaking on India Today is that just 3 days back, this particular cable which was thrown open for people in that particular area. Now, this is very important information which we are putting right now on India Today, that just 3 days back, this particular bridge was thrown open after renovation for common people. And let me tell you, it's Sunday and many people wanted to take pictures staying on this particular bridge, and after which this whole cable bridge has collapsed. This was a serious lapses on the part of the officials who actually made this renovation work happen at this particular
All right, we're just getting you that information too, and as Saurabh just mentioned that many people were trying to take pictures from that bridge as well, because it's a Sunday and many people went out and ventured out to just go get some pictures on the bridge. And this is a regular practice, when there is something beautiful, people like to go on it, take pictures, but little did they realize this bridge is going to just collapse in their faces. And that too 5 days after renovation. Saurabh, any information on who the contractors were? Saurabh? Saurabh will join us in moments from now. I'm requesting the producers to patch Saurabh on this particular broadcast. But first up, visuals coming right there on India Today. The Gujarat bridge collapse, our top story right now.